welcome back to my channel. Today's video I thought I would show you my drawing process of a Disney character. You should guess what it is, and yeah, and subscribe and like this video, and let's get on with the video. Hey everyone, sorry I didn't film the beginning of the outline and the drawing and the sketch, but I decided to show you. Just drop this color here for the neck part and make sure that it's symmetrical and stuff by using the drawing guide, which is pretty helpful for many occasions. And yeah, we'll see what actually happens here. It's really a process to figure out what is right and what is wrong, and having like these colors here come together in such a way. And right now I'm gonna create the t-shirt. So the V part was actually part of the t-shirt, so we're just gonna extend it a little bit and then make it so then it looks like, I feel like mine should have been more circular. I don't know. I just felt like this, since this is my first time, I'm not giving much thought to it, but I'm just doing it. But then we'll see what actually happens, and it could actually turn into something beautiful. Right here, I'm filling the eyebrows and stuff. I think I forgot to film the hair part, but you just had to do like a regular like color drop and stuff, just using brushes and textures and just using the sketch brush. I think it's a Sketch 6B brush. It's great for adding details and stuff and adding a little bit more texture in it and adding some depth into it a little more, and just embracing that it doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want it to be as perfect as I can. But next I'm gonna add is the red dots for the nostrils here, and then I am pretty slow. I'm trying to follow along, but she does it pretty fast, so if you see me just like lagging around, but I do actually finish it. I think I do see what is actually happening. I went back and forth to see what she was doing because it's hard to just draw and then watch at the same time. So I tried to pay more attention to what she was doing and what she was explaining. And basically what I did was adding the alpha lock to add some shadows under the eye area. Like, I think it's called the near the eye part. Just added some shadow. We're using a dark color there. So right now what I'm going to add is the bottom part of the shadow of the eye, and adding it using a sort of brownish tannish color here. Then going to add using the monoline brush or something. I'm going to add some little areas there. I think I used the monoline brush for, I don't know what part it is, but I think I used it for the eye, like the eyeballs, like the actual ones, using a black color. Just added a layer there, turned the opacity and then the size to 5, opacity to 100. Then I basically outlined this whole thing and made a sort of circular square thing right there, as you can see there. So you want to do the whole thing, but you will later like erase it. But right now we're just gonna draw this and just hold a finger down if you want it to be a circular object. It is actually the hardest part, I think, trying to get the circle to be exactly just like hers, but it just took a while to do it. I think I did to just pause it and stuff. But next I'm just gonna add this circle here and just add it, and make sure to have the drawing guide, because I did make that mistake, because sometimes drawing guide is so much easier because you don't have to do two things at once, and sometimes it's uneven. So But for this, I actually did make the mistake here, which actually happens all the time. So then what I did was just deleted it and then did it again using the drawing guide. You just have to tap on the layer, then do drawing assist, because the drawing guide is already something we already added before. All you have to do is just keep it symmetrical, and basically everything just goes along the way like that. So you keep on doing that until you get the perfect circular shape for the eyeballs and stuff. Next is you're going to use eraser tool to erase the top part of it, and I think this was the most satisfying part, just taking it away, and it does duplicate on the other side, so you don't really have to worry about that part. Then next, I just started to see what the next step was. I think this is when you do the eyeballs and stuff. So all I did was just do the circular blue thing there. Now what we're gonna do is add some blue there for the eyeballs and stuff, and add some sort of like gradient, and like it was like add some like detail in the eye, inside the eye, the pupils and stuff. And then we're just gonna use it as a base, and then adding more stuff on top of it to sort of look like the illusion that it is real, and adding some shadow and stuff like that, and trying to combine them. And then I put the thing to the top so you can see it clearly, because I think it's pretty much blocking the view, maybe a little bit. Then adding this stuff at the top, and adding some like, what do you call it? Like adding a clipping mask, and adding the assistant drawing, and adding a circle inside of it for the pupil. And then after that, we're just gonna we're gonna drop the color there, then add some shading for the blue area. We're gonna add a lighter blue. We're gonna put the alpha lock there, so then it's easier to add shading and stuff that we need for it to look real as possible. And we're using the monoline brush for this, so just pause it so then I can actually do it, so you can actually see me doing my work, doing my job here, just putting it together. And it's amazing how long it took, but it was totally worth it, every part of it. So now I'm just shading it, the area at the bottom there. I want to sort of like make it look like it's real there, adding a lighter. I think I did add a white there at the top to sort of give some lightness to it. And it didn't do it to both sides, so just add the drawing assist so it does it on both sides, so you don't have to keep on drawing it over and over again. You can just focus on one side, then it mirrors the other, which I think is sort of the best feature ever, because you can easily do a drawing just using the drawing guide. You don't even actually have to do all these designs for it. So yeah, adding the drawing assist there, and then adding the lip colors. We're just gonna add a sort of outline for like the bottom of the middle part of the lip in the middle, and just adding dots there, and adding a darker color than lighter color to sort of add some shading into it, the lips. I think we do add some shadowing too to make it look more realistic there. So I didn't actually add the drawing assist, so I added it. It's actually pretty helpful for mirroring stuff, because the lips is always the hardest part, I think. But this lips actually looks good. But the face, I think, looks like it doesn't look like a face shape. I still need to fix that next time, but like I'm critiquing as I'm seeing this because I don't know, I think that's an important part there. Once we're done finishing up this lip part, then we're gonna put it all together and then add some shading and stuff. And I'm still doing the lips part, which is fine. So you're gonna put it together, drop the color there. You're gonna focus on red tones, a little bit of a darker tone, add a layer on top of it. Then add another color, which is like a orangey red at the bottom there. I'm gonna use, this is a cool tones there, or warm tones. I'm pretty sure it's cool. I've been learning a lot about art lately. I started taking art classes, so we'll see if I can actually pass all these tests and stuff. I'm really stressed out about it, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. I've never actually taken art class before. So anyways, enough of the lollygaggling. We're just gonna see what actually happens next. So just gonna add a sort of shadow there at the bottom of the lip. Gonna add an alpha lock so then it secures it. It doesn't go anywhere. We're just gonna add a little bit of a shadow at the bottom part of the lip. It does add some light to it. It sort of makes it look like real lips, and it is a cartoon version, but cartoons are getting more realistic each year, and it's crazy. Like, they look so weird, but mine looks so much better than theirs. Even though they're like professionals and stuff, they're doing their work, but like, maybe, I don't know. So anyways, we're just gonna add this thing at the bottom. I don't think I did it yet, and I don't know why my thing is frozen, but I think now I'm gonna add the bottom part there. You can see I'm adding a lighter sort of like nude version of orange there. I'm just gonna add another layer on top. Now we're gonna add is the shading. I think we already did the shading. We're gonna add more on top of it, around the hair, I should have actually showed the hair area. Maybe I did, maybe I just took it out there. Just adding the little bit of shadow on around it on the right part and the left part of the head. Adding some shadow around the eyebrows and stuff, and a little bit near the eyes too. And this sort of brightens it a bit and adds a little bit of shadow to it, because there's always light that is on us at all times. Even if it's dark, there's always going to be some type of lightness that sort of travels all the way down to our head. And yeah, we're just gonna, I don't know, I just thought that I did it too close to the eyebrows, and maybe I should have extended the eyebrows a bit. I'm just thinking like how I can make it better each and every time. I might try to do this drawing again and then see what actually happens. Maybe it'll be much better than my first, because you gotta keep trying over and over. Then when you finally do it, then you can create your own character. Maybe I should draw myself, because I've never actually attempted to try to draw myself. It's always been hard because, I don't know, I just want it to be perfect when I draw something that I really like. I don't know, I felt like I added too much red in that area on the top. There, I felt like the shadow was sort of all over the place. I should have just left the cheek and that part. But yeah, every time I'm speaking, I'm like trying to improve it. So now I'm gonna add is the shadow for the hair. I'm gonna add a blue, sort of blue tone there. And the size should be low and the opacity should be high. Then we're just gonna lightly do this. I think use a Blackburn brush or something, some brush. I gotta see what brush I use, but I basically use that for the entire thing. It sort of adds a texture and adds a little bit of shadow for the hair because hair actually comes in a lot of different colors sometimes. Like for my hair specifically, there's brown and then there's light brown, then there's a little bit of black, but like it's a mix. But it sort of all comes together in this, and we're almost done with this, which I can't believe that. Then I added this sort of brown, like bluish, light blue color there, just to give it sort of an outline. It does add a nice texture, which I love so much. I love adding texture to art. It really elevates it into another level. And then adding this blue everywhere, try to keep it around, and it adds a little bit of movement in the hair, and it just adds a little bit more texture. When it all comes together and just adding it everywhere, and actually add some little stuff around there, just keep it together and making it, adding some movement, adding some shadow, making it look good. And I did try to add some of my own touches there, which I'm trying to do right now because I want to make it look just like Mulan. And yeah, adding this blue there and adding some little bit of texture, extending it, adding some curls and stuff so it doesn't look like a big blob, just adding some texture and adding some depth into it, making it look a little more fuller, adding some curls and stuff. Even though she doesn't have curly hair, I think she basically has straight and wavy hair, but and then I added it at the top there, and then it sort of adds more depth into it. I should have actually added more on the bottom left part of it. Then I'm basically almost done here. Gonna add a blue background at the back. I'm gonna use the quill brush here. It is in the artistic area. It sure is at the bottom. So artistic, and then go to quill, and then add the sort of blue part at the bottom, sort of, and for the background. So I did actually add more colors to it. I'll actually show you the final results. This, I did add a blue and purple and stuff like that, but it did sort of come together in sort of a wonderful way. So going back to the gallery here and just seeing what I'm doing next. It's like I already did this whole thing, like, and then I have to do it again. So anyways, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I think I added more stuff to the background there. I will actually show you the final results, and I did enjoy just doing this and drawing this for you guys. I hope you guys followed along, and also make sure to subscribe and like this video so you know that YouTube is sending more videos. And if you're not subscribed, you should be subscribed because most of you are not subscribed, but that is fine. You can subscribe or not. But anyways, if you do enjoy my videos, and comment down below what I should do next. Should I do another Disney character? Should I draw myself? I'm thinking I might draw a house or something. But I might start doing more characters and stuff. And yeah, just keep on drawing and just know that you can be perfect, but you can be good at anything that you put your mind to, and it takes time for perfection, but this is not perfect, beyond perfect, but I think I did a good job here and showing you the final results. And yeah, tell me what you think about it.